what? Hashimoto's? Yes. If you've been diagnosed with Hashimoto's thyroiditis and you're thinking, oh, what's my next step? What do I do next? You are in the right place and you're about to discover the vital steps to help you reverse Hashimoto's thyroiditis naturally. Well, welcome. I'm Julia Tabert and I am here to help you create healthy hormones and the body and life that you love. So today we are talking about Hashimoto's thyroiditis. And if you have been diagnosed with it, if you've been diagnosed with Hashimoto's thyroiditis, actually you are quite lucky because you are one of the few who knows what's going on with you. Hashimoto's thyroiditis affects about 14 million people in the US, and about 90% of people with hypothyroidism actually have Hashimoto's thyroiditis. Now, when I said you are one of the lucky few, this is because a lot of women and some men don't even know that they have Hashimoto's thyroiditis. So what usually happens is that you start to notice that you sleep all the time and your energy is just, you just fall asleep, and you wake up and you feel like falling asleep, and it's 12 o'clock and you feel like falling asleep, and it's 4 p.m. and you feel like falling asleep, and it's 8 p.m. and you feel like falling asleep, and you just want to sleep all the time. You have this extreme level of fatigue. You start to notice how your hair is falling out. You start to notice that you're losing interest towards intimacy and it's just no longer interesting to you. You start to notice that you're depressed, that you're just getting weaker and weaker, and your body starts to ache, your muscles start to ache, your joints start to ache, your bones start to ache, and you get constipated and you're gaining weight. So all these symptoms, a lot of people live with them, unfortunately. And if you're gonna go to your doctor and finally get diagnosed and discover that you have hypothyroidism, most doctors will not check for Hashimoto's. So if you've been tested for Hashimoto's thyroiditis, either you've already done your own research and you pressed on your doctors to test you for it, or you just had an amazing doctor who said, well, let's test your antibodies as well. So if your antibodies are high, I don't want you to ignore them. I don't want you to think that, oh, okay, it's natural, everyone has them. That's one of the doctors said that to one of our clients. Oh, you've got antibodies of 3,000 instead of 30? Never mind, everyone has high antibodies in this world. Not true. I've seen a lot of our clients' blood test results over the years, and that's not true at all. So if you have Hashimoto's, I don't want you to ignore it, and I want you to know that it is a reversible disease. So it is something that is possible to reverse naturally with the help of diet, lifestyle changes, and really mind, body, spirit approach to it. Well, first and foremost, you really need to address yourself and really look at yourself and really start paying attention to yourself and just do some more self-nurturing, because disease is our opportunity to go deep, to connect to our body, to restructure our lives, and to get to a place where we pay attention to ourselves, where our diet is healthy, our lifestyle is healthy, our thoughts are healthy, and we live in this harmony with our mind, body, spirit. So thyroid is our communication center, and if it's communicating to you, then it's time to pay attention to that organ. So that's the first step. And when I work with clients, I really like to focus on that aspect of things as well, because it helps you to move deep into yourself and develop more self-love towards yourself. And with self-love, restoration becomes much quicker and possible as well. Step number 2 is going to be related to your diet, and about probably 80% of your symptoms can be reversed with the help of dietary and lifestyle changes. So the first thing that you want to do is to exclude the foods that trigger Hashimoto. So exclude the foods that trigger that autoimmune response in your body. So you're going to exclude eggs, and you're going to exclude dairy, and you're going to exclude gluten and other foods that can be contributing to your disease. And instead, you're going to include plenty of foods that are going to help your body cleanse, help your liver restore itself, help your gut cleanse and restore itself, and help your body get on top of things. So these are planned whole foods with plenty of raw foods on the menu. Raw foods are amazing because they are especially fruits and green leafy vegetables. They are, they contain all the abundance of nutrients that your body needs, and then combined with other veggies and healthy sources of fats, plant fats, this is where you can start experiencing restoration much faster. So you're going to prioritize you over other things because you are important. You're going to change your diet and your lifestyle. And the next step is to address any deficiencies. So if you've got underlying deficiencies in your body, then it is very important to get on top of things. Vitamin D, and look at your B12 levels and iron levels. And iron tends to be low amongst ladies with hypothyroidism. So you're going to look at all that, and you're going to, if there are any things that your body is deficient in, then you'll pay attention to it. And, selenium is also very important when addressing autoimmunity. So you'll balance your nutrients. Okay, so that's the next step. Now, the next step is to address the reasons behind Hashimoto. So common causes of Hashimoto's. It could be your diet, it could be your lifestyle, and most likely it is. It could also be deficiencies, and it can also be viruses, pathogens, bacterial overgrowth, parasites, and so forth. So for example, Epstein-Barr virus, which is a very common virus that is found in people with Hashimoto's, can be leading to you have an autoimmune response in your body. If you don't address autoimmune issues, and if you leave them to it, if you leave your Hashimoto's to it, then eventually your thyroid can get destroyed. And then eventually the doctors might say, well, it's gone too bad. Let's take the whole thing out. And it's such an important organ that regulates a lot of things in your body. So you're going to address the viruses. So test yourself for different viruses like herpes, Epstein-Barr virus, for example. Then you're going to test yourself for parasites and do a comprehensive gut test. And if you've got the bugs that you need to deal with, then regardless how many dietary changes you make, you still need to address the bugs. So this is also very important as part of your autoimmune restoration. And the next step is going to be working on rebalancing your gut. So if you've got an autoimmune disease, there's a very high chance of your gut being unbalanced. So there's a very high chance that you've got candida, that you've got SIBO, that you've got parasites, that you've got pathogens that you need to address. And all these things can be causing autoimmune disease in the body and can be causing Hashimoto's. So you've got to address those things as well. And you've got to address the bugs in your gut. You've got to clear your gut. You've got to help it restore, address leaky gut that can also be causing autoimmune disease. So you're going to address it with foods, with lifestyle factors, with certain herbs and supplements that can help you get on top of things. So again, self-nurturing, diet, addressing deficiencies, addressing viruses, and restoring your gut. So these are the 5 essential steps, vital steps to help you restore Hashimoto's thyroiditis. So it's something that you can leave in the past, and instead you can step into a body that's vibrant, energetic, and your energy is back, your libido's back, you're feeling hot and sexy, and you're looking great, and you just become unstoppable. This is where I want you to be. And if you are ready to step into that side of you, into that part of you, then you would love to know what I've got to share with you in my free online masterclass, where I walk you through the 5 steps our clients use to address their hormonal imbalances, including Hashimoto's thyroiditis, and drop up to 50 pounds of extra weight with no carbohydrate, no sugar restriction. So the link is on the screen, rosamhealthy.com/webinar. Thank you so much for being here. I loved having you around. And for now, eat sweet, keep fit, and I will see you again in our next video. Bye.